don't mind, I'd like to explain a few things to you that hopefully will tell you how we've got to the journey that we have as well, and the difficulties that we've had on the way, the improvements that we've made. So if that's okay with you, I'll go ahead and explain a couple of these items. Now, you will get from me today a totally different understanding of the company. It's good because you get two different views. I'm not the internet marketer. Yeah, I'm the industrialist. I'm the guy that's running big companies. I'm the Forex trader. I'm the institutional trader of the company. So therefore, I'm going to explain things differently to you, because I have, in my past, my role was to improve companies. I've been into some of the biggest companies in the world, like Pirelli, Monsanto, Exxon, Tyco, 44th biggest company of the world. And they paid me a lot of money to go in and improve their companies in all ways. The management structure, the type of people that we have in there to make sure that we have people who are working towards certain specific goals, that the quality of our product increases, that the business model that we are building is sustainable and is able to achieve profits for the people who run the company, for the people who own the company, and the shareholders. So I'm very business orientated. Okay, so it's very, very different to Rihan and Rizwan, the other two owners, because I'm an owner. There's three owners. We are three co-founders of NextGen. So I provide that. Let me just let this Zion lady coming in. I provide a different type of role to the business than Rizwan and Rihan does. Now, if we look at the way that most internet marketing companies run, there's been an analysis. I saw an analysis done by an American guru, actually, who said that within the analysis that they did, and he has a very, very big company, they said that it's about 92% of all internet marketing companies are scams. There is only actually 8% who are real, which means that when you go into an internet marketing company, the chances of it being a scam are very high. Okay, I know that you mentioned you've been into so many, and in all of those, you know, they run away with your money, basically. That is how it works. So with this company, and the reason it's different is that internet marketing companies, first of all, look at the marketing side of things. Yeah, they grow the hype, they grow the marketing side of everything. But underneath it, which is the engine that runs it, there isn't really anything. They say there is, but there isn't. Because nowadays, with the way the internet is and the way that developers are all around the world, it's very easy to make very smart, posh, exciting videos that can demonstrate and illustrate the company to be something it's not. Words, websites, they can be written by people for a small amount of money to make it sound the most incredible opportunity in the world. Okay, Anthony is now coming in. So that's easy to do, but the most difficult part, and why internet marketing companies don't do this, is the most difficult part is the engine that runs the system. Now, to make an engine costs a lot of money. It costs an awful lot of money, because without an engine, it's a Ponzi. And so many of these opportunities are Ponzi's. So what my role has been is to develop the engine to a Lamborghini level. Now, what I mean by that is that I have developed the engine not just in one way, but I've developed the engine in many, many ways. And what I'm going to do is give you a brief understanding of how that engine works. Okay, because it is real. It does what it says. And therefore, because of the type of experience and background that I have in industry, I'm very good at going through the books, through the figures. And the one thing that I have done is the engine has been built, and then we can see what the engine actually produces. Okay, what is the production of the engine? How powerful is that engine? What does it give? And what we have used is the data from that to be able to put in place a sustainable compensation plan, a sustainable daily rewards. If you've looked at the business presentation, then you'll see that we provide daily rewards as a benefit of purchasing our educational model. Okay, I'll talk about the education. I know Hader had me on to talk about the education, but I think that it's only fair that you guys who have had such bad experiences before, I want to explain more in depth of how the company works, and then I'll go on to the education, if that's okay, Hader. All right, because it's very important that these guys understand this. Now, therefore, what we have made sure is that the compensation plan and that the daily rewards are sustainable for everybody forever. So therefore, we have a great business model, but a very big foundation. Now, let me tell you a little bit more about that foundation. I am an institutional trader. Now, in trading, you have retail traders and institutional traders. The institutional traders steal from the retail traders. That's how it works. The institutionals make all the money. Why? Because we're trained in a certain way. We're trained to understand something called price action, how the market moves. And of course, institutional traders all over the world are trained the same way. So it's not a surprise that we do certain things at certain levels that the market's at. That's why the market works the way it does. Goes to certain levels before it returns, goes to a certain level, bounces, and then breaks it. So one part of the income that we have as part of this engine is Forex. Okay, and Forex has been the main part of the engine that the company has had since the beginning, but it wasn't good enough. Forex is quite volatile. Forex has its ups and downs. And if you don't have the right people trading your account, then you can get into big losses as well, and then the company's in trouble. Now, it is me and my team are all institutionally trained. We trade the company's money, so it doesn't go out anymore. It doesn't go out of the house, so to speak, which means that when you provide, when companies offer to trade your money for you, they take a huge percentage of the profits, normally 30%. So not only was it just one stream of income as part of the engine, and that's why it wasn't as powerful as it is now, we were outsourcing, and therefore we were in those people's hands. Now, with me joining the company, then I've brought that in-house and my team is trading it. So therefore, we've already added 30% of the profits into the pot, because that isn't taken by anymore. But that's still not a very good, 1 minute, Ud is entering the room. Okay, but that, to me, I wasn't happy with that. As a portfolio manager, as an institutional trader, as a fund manager, you like to have a number of different streams coming in. Therefore, I felt that the engine wasn't good enough. So what I've done over the last 12 months is I've built that engine even bigger. And what we also do now, I'm a very, very good options trader. I have been trained by the top options trader in the world. Now, options is different. What options is, for those that don't know it, basically what we're doing is options is used not a lot by the outside market, by normal people. It tends to be used by banks in their treasury department, and also in big institutions, big companies, like oil companies as an example. They use an option as an insurance against the price of a barrel going down. Okay, Hader, I'm admitting quite a few people, okay? So there's a lot more people coming in now.
I've got it, thank you.
Okay, so what I do is I have generated a very special strategy. And what we do is it's almost a combination of the Forex trading and options together. And I've made a very powerful strategy that provides the company with not high, but very safe income. And the way that works is that I will use an option as an insurance policy against a trade that we have running. Now, what does that mean? Well, it means that if our trade goes in the right direction, then we make a profit. But if the trade goes in the wrong direction, it only is allowed to lose a small amount before the option kicks in and covers any further loss. So I can make a profit. So one's losing and one's winning. So they're going down. But the overall effect is that when we win a Forex trade, we win good. And when we lose, they're only very small. So now we've stacked the percentages in our favor by using options. We also use options in a different way. We actually we're like an insurance company. You know, when you go to insure your car, you will pay a premium. Yes, you pay a premium for that insurance. So you may pay $300 to insure your car. But if your car has a bump, then the insurance company pays out. Now that money can be a lot of money, much more than the $300 that you paid for your insurance. But there isn't an insurance company in the world that loses money. Why? Because they take the percentages of how many people are going to claim compared to the amount of money they're going to bring in. And insurance companies always win. Well, what I've also done as a second stream of income, as well as using options and Forex trading and options trading, we have become an insurance company for options. So therefore, we provide, and what we do basically is we sell options to people who want to put an insurance on something just in case their trade goes wrong. Okay. But of course, I've done the analysis and we've done the percentages. And all we keep doing is taking small premiums, $300, $400, $200, $900, $600. We keep taking it. And once in a while, we have to pay out a couple of thousand. But the overall benefit to us is significant. So we have Forex, we have options trading, plus we have options being used as insurance. So we have our insurance income stream. I still wasn't happy with that. So what I've now done is, what is the latest growth market in the world? Of course, it's crypto. Now then, I wasn't going to add crypto because crypto at the moment is extremely volatile. But something came out of the blue about 2 months ago. And I was invited as one of 30 people, and I'm not making this up, I can assure you, on my daughter's life. I'm telling you this because it's true. There were 30 people from all around the world invited to a secret meeting in London. Okay, a secret meeting in London a couple of weeks ago. And I was the lucky one person to attend, because the reason that I attended was that I have an incredible reputation in the financial industry. I run and have run the largest trading academy in the world. It is called the UK Trading Academy. Okay, it is the most reputable, biggest trading academy there is. And I own it with my wife. Okay, we're 50% owners. So we have run that since 2010, and we've done over 137,000 people. We have trained over 137,000 people in that time. But of course, during that time, I have made many friends and alliances within the industry. I know the CEOs, they're in my phone. You know, as an example, Infinox. Infinox is an enormous global broker. I can phone Robert Berkeley now if I wanted to. You know, I have Robert's number on my phone, the CEO of Infinox. The same as GKFX. FXCM. I know a lot of the major hedge fund people. And the reason that I've gained a reputation well before I joined this company was because I do what I say. I'm very black and white. There's no murkiness or go behind the scenes with me. What you see is what you get. And I have that reputation in the industry. And that has opened so many doors for me, because in this Forex industry, boy, there's so many scammers, you can't believe it. But I have that reputation. And as I said, we have our own fund. You try being a fund manager, you try owning your own fund. It is incredibly difficult. Now, I was invited because of my links to so many people in the financial industry around the world. And the reason they were meeting was because there is new technology generated now that basically nobody knows about yet. It was just launched not long ago, that makes incredible profits from crypto. And it doesn't matter whether crypto goes up or down. And during that weekend, I learned what it was. I learned how to do it. The group of 30 of us have a connection. We have our own like social media network where we only talk to each other. And the things that I found there, guys, you can, ladies, if there's a lady on, I'm sure there is incredible. And you can use these techniques to make significant profits with incredibly low risk. Now, we are just starting that. It's actually starting next Monday. We're just back from the Istanbul presentation. So we're also going to be using that as part of the income generation, the engine that runs the company. Because the one thing that I was concerned about was that because we were only using Forex originally, everything relied on Forex, which meant that Forex had to make a tremendous amount of money for us to be sustainable. When Forex makes a tremendous amount of money, the percentage that you have to put onto a trade is way beyond the risk management that I would ever want to do. And that is why I went searching, and it actually came to me. That's the power of attraction. I'm very big into the secret power of attraction. I run my life by it. And, that opportunity came to me, and now we have the answer. You ask the question, and, the environment, it seems to bring it to you. And that is obviously the law of attraction, if you're unaware of this. And we're now using that to be able to generate profits, or will be from next week, which means that I can lower the risk on the Forex. So now we have 4 income generating streams. And that is what I'm saying to you, that the engine that we've generated is now extremely powerful, that can sustain any amount of growth that we have within the network marketing side. We can very easily ensure that all members get good daily rewards, that we have plenty of money in the pot, and the way that the commission structure, and Haider is the man to teach you all about that. That's not my role in the company, the compensation plans, but we have the ability now to be able to ensure, because the business model has been run, to make sure that we can guarantee even. That's how powerful it is. What internet marketing guarantees that you're going to get that money back plus some. So it is my job to make sure that that engine runs perfectly, that is well oiled, and it keeps generating profits for us. And the team that I have and use for that is a fantastic team that I would trust with my life, my daughter's life, my family life. So we have a team that are fantastic at what they do. But I know it's taken a little bit of time, but I think it's important that you understand why this is a real company. Okay. The other thing, of course, and Haider will come on to these, is that the one thing with a scam company, you never know who the owners are. You never know where they're based, and there's definitely no head office. You can't go to a place because obviously they just want to build everything up to a point where they can't keep supplying with the existing money coming in because everything's slowed down, and that's when they run. Normally 6, 9, maximum 12 months. Now, of course, we've been running for many years. I've been in the company 2 years, but since that time, I have developed all of these things, and that's why I'm saying that the company has improved on what it's done. It's looked at the problems of the past, and that was, for my previous experience, it was perfect. I came in, I dissected the company into tiny bits, and I told the owners where things were going wrong and what we needed to do to put in place. So of course, that's my skill set. So it was ideal. It's just that I'd never applied it to an internet marketing company. And I loved it so much, I joined them, you know, and now I'm an owner of the company and a co-founder of NextGen. When you see companies that are offering you 2, 3, 5, 10% a day, whatever it may be, what I can tell you is that very quickly my mind started to understand, because if I explain my background very quickly, it's in electronics and computer systems. Therefore, I've got a bit of a mathematical brain. My daughter gets very annoyed when she's trying to do an equation and she's using a calculator, and I beat it to the answer every time. You know, so I very quickly understood what an internet marketing business model needs to be able to be sustainable. But then, of course, now in the past, I have been bitten as well, because I've done a little bit on internet marketing. I've seen like an offer. I think I lost a load of money with a company called My Advertising Pays. That was my first dip into internet marketing, and it wasn't a very nice one, you know, and I never did it again. And now I'm obviously in the position I am. But now I understand what is needed for a certain percentage of daily reward. I now know how big an engine is needed to provide that. So when people say, oh, you'll get a minimum of 1, 2, or 3, or 5% a day, or 20, 30% a week, or 50% a month, I'm telling you now that the engine to generate that would be absolutely enormous. And the people who are doing those internet marketing companies don't have the skills or the abilities to do that. And that is why there's so many scams out there, unfortunately. I hope that was okay for me to divert away from what I was going to speak about, or Hader asked me to speak about. But I hope it's been beneficial for you as well to understand why we actually are the real thing. You know, and you can come to our Birmingham office. I believe there's a Nigeria office now, Hader, the Dubai office. My God, when I was in Dubai, and Hader will say to this because he was there. When I was in Dubai 2 times ago, I actually had one of the royal princesses into our offices. One of the royal family princesses came in.
I actually opened the door as I was about to leave to the airport, and she had came to see Paul, and I was like, wow.
Just this amazing, beautiful woman came through the door in the most incredible clothes. So those are the type of people that are now starting to come into NextGen. Also, during this is a very interesting point for you. I promise I will get to the education soon. On Saturday, we had 2 finance ministers of countries watching. We had the finance minister of Malta, and we had the finance minister of Morocco. Now, I'm not making that up, because the finance minister of Malta, then connected. He had to look for my daughter, because my daughter presented at NextGen Academy. She runs the academy side. He's actually following her now on Instagram, so we can actually prove it. So if I say something, we can prove it. So you know, people are seeing that we are something very, very special. Now, the whole base. So I promise now I'll go to the training side. And I hope that was okay with what I did to explain to you a little bit more about the business side of the company and how we generate the money. Now, the educational side, now that's my expertise because I run the biggest academy in the world. So therefore, what I did is that's how I joined the company.
Sorry, Paul. I just want to unmute Europrince, just on the basis of what Paul has said. Just want to get Europrince's feedback on behalf of his team and his leaders on the call. Europrince, you can unmute yourself and anything that you want to touch base on, because I know already myself that you probably never heard what Paul has said to you from other companies before.
Yes, absolutely, my leader. I mean, I was just being blown away. Please, Mr. Paul, you can go on and on and on and on. You know, as a matter of fact, we don't want this to end. So we don't mind saying, I want to go to education. We want to hear more of this because my team is here. I am here. I mean, what you have said is a morale booster for us. I mean, I've worked with a company that you just want to see the CEO, even the management team appear on Zoom to repose the confidence in the people. Yes. But these guys never showed up. So you work with them, you bring investors, they keep, you know, insulting your intelligence by telling you, we'll come, we'll speak to you. They never came until the company came crashing down. You know, so with what we have heard, with what we have seen, I mean, it just goes to tell us how authentic, how original, how real this very company is. And we are very delighted. We are very delighted about this. We're delighted to hear this. Thank you so much. And we are open to learn more. We are open to hear more. And we're going to put to work.
You see, I'm of the opinion that the more that we can teach our major leaders, the better they are then able to go with confidence and present this to prospects.
Yes, absolutely.
You know,
absolutely.
Because if you know these things, it's the way that I do things. Of course, we keep it a secret in the actual, you know, minutiae of what we do, but you should know exactly how any company is making its money. Because if you don't know how the company is making its money, how do you know it's real? So that is why I spent quite a lot of time trying to explain to you different streams that we have. Whoops.
Yeah.
Hey, there's a lovely one on somewhere. We've got a little.
Fantastic. Sorry, Paul. I'll let you carry on. Talk more about the education side now.
Okay, so let's now go to the education side. Now, what I have done is taken everything that I've learned over the last 12, 15 years that I've been an educator, and I made an educational package that will teach people who have no knowledge whatsoever to a very competent trader. Now, there are 20 modules. We've just changed them a little bit. So at the moment, actually, is a good time to come in because I've just made brand new models, all brand new content. The last lot was good. This is even better. But what I'm also doing, and we announced in Istanbul, is that I'm adding crypto to it. So it's not just Forex. So I'm making, out of the 20 modules, there will be 17 modules on Forex, and there will be 3 modules on crypto. And what you will find over the coming years is I will slowly add to the crypto modules. So it'll become 50% crypto, 50%, pardon me, Forex. But the basis of how you trade crypto and Forex is very similar. So all the modules on Forex and the techniques that we teach, you can actually use on crypto with a little variation. So I only need a small number of crypto modules just to explain a little bit to people how crypto works, how blockchains work, you know, what is DeFi, what is metaverse, and all of these things. But we also have, 2 weeks ago, before the seminar, we also give people one strategy, one Forex strategy. And it's an amazing yet simple strategy that has made more than the top hedge fund in the world on any year for the last 20 years. Okay, so we have beaten with this one strategy, and you get it to download. It's yours forever. You can give it to your kids. they can make more money as a percentage from that strategy than the top head. Just listen how powerful it is. Than the top hedge fund every single year for the last 20 years. So we don't only just teach you how to trade Forex, we actually give you one strategy yourself free. What we also do is we stream live every day, because we're live every weekday from 8:30 in the morning till 8:30 at night. We live stream 2 additional strategies. Okay. Now, the strategy that you get is called the Asian rejection strategy. The 2 strategies that we run live are Newton Index and Da Vinci Code. Both of them at the moment are Forex strategies, and the amount of money that people have made by watching those during the day and placing the trades because we teach you how to trade it, when you see the entry conditions, is incredible. For people who join, you will join and you will link to the WhatsApp group. That WhatsApp group is incredible because you can see on there, it's great. I don't have to say how good NextGen Academy is now, because for 2 years we've been running it. You just have to ask the thousands of members who are on there. They think it is better than anything they've ever done before, because we teach in a certain way. I teach in a certain way. I actually teach in a very different way to other people. Now, when you get, and that's why I've been so successful as an academy, we actually teach you institutional trading, not retail trading. You don't, if anybody has done Forex, you don't get tons of indicators and arrows going here, there, and everywhere, and loads of colored squiggly lines and goodness knows what on a screen. Our screens are pretty much blank. We do naked trading because that is what price action trading is. We teach you where the market's going to go to, where it's going to bounce off, where it's going to go through, and you get to learn that. And we and the members, after they watch and watch and watch and watch, and they do and do and do and do, they are starting to make some incredible money. And as I said, I don't have to prove that anymore, because when you go on a WhatsApp group, you'll be able to scroll back and just see every single day people posting, I've made this, I've made that, I've made this, I've made that, because it works. And why does it work? Because it's institutional trading. Now then, in Istanbul, I told everybody that we were going to also start adding crypto. So I'm going to be adding 3 modules, as I say. I've got to make them. I made all the brand new 17 modules for Forex. And I also made a big announcement that, as well as Asian, I was going to give everybody two more, as well as the Asian, 2 more additional strategies that make money like you cannot believe. And those 2 bonus modules, those 2 strategies, again, are there for you to learn, and you can keep forever. Okay, so now you have 3 profit-making strategies that you can use forever. And as well as that, we have the 2 streaming strategies live on the screen every day. Now, let me tell you what live on the screen every day is. When I started my trading company, I did something that nobody else did, because I got slated for it. People tried to do everything to me on the internet, on forums and everything. They posted pictures of my house, and they were going to put my wife in hospital and children. You know how bad it can get. Yeah, it was unbelievable, because I did the one thing that nobody has ever done. I went live. Because people who give Forex signals want to send them to you by email or by text. They never want to be face-to-face with you, because normally they lose money. We are live. And that's how I started originally. The whole world. That's how I became so big, because I had so much exposure almost instantaneously. But of course, people realized that what I was teaching them worked. So that is why I had such a great start to running the academy, and why it's got so big. The reputation just follows it. But what it means is that live means, let me tell you exactly what we do. My team are in the office at 8 o'clock in the morning. They do all the analysis on all the major markets. 8:30, we switch on and say good morning to everybody, and stream those 2 strategies live, the Newton and the Da Vinci. Then at 9 o'clock in the morning, I would say one of the best market analysts in the world, who's actually my son Craig, comes on, and he will provide half an hour of analysis on exactly what the markets did yesterday, how our trades did yesterday, and what the markets are expected to do. He teaches you how to do support and resistance, what he's looking for, why are these lines in the places that they are that we're saying it's going to bounce off. He teaches that every morning for 30, 40 minutes on all the major markets, okay? As well as that, at the same time, from 8:30 in the morning, those two Da Vinci and Newton strategies are just running live in front of you. You're looking at them on NextGen TV in your members area. And then on top of that, during the day, we come on regularly. And if we see a trade action, we'll tell you, look, Asian is coming into a sell on USD Swiss franc. We actually narrate the trades. We say, right, we're going in, this is where we will put our stop loss above the previous high or the previous low. It's going to be this size. This is how much money we put on, and we'll actually follow the trades through. So we're like there holding your hand all day. At 11 o'clock in the morning or 11:30 in the morning, Craig or Emma will come on and just say what has happened in the morning. You know, we're in the middle of a trade. We're in this. Look, this has bounced off this trade that we talked about this morning. This is how this is doing at the moment. And you will get a little update at 11:30. These are the main ones, 9 o'clock, 11:30, then 1:30 when America comes on. One of them will come on, either Craig or Emma will come on, and we look at what the morning has done and what the trades in the morning has done. And for the people coming on in the afternoon, because we have a lot of South Americans, we will do another quick market update to see where the market has moved during the morning period, so that the South American people get an understanding of what the European people and the Asian people got at 8:30 in the morning. And then we will come on about 3 o'clock in the afternoon, 3:30, and we will do another summary of what's happened morning, afternoon, and then at 4 o'clock we stop. But the strategies, the TV continues until 8:30 in the night. So you have 12 hours every day of live streaming signals of Da Vinci and Newton. And as I say, people just love it. So the one change that's going to take place is that instead of Da Vinci being Forex trade, we're going to make Da Vinci the new crypto strategy. So you're going to get those 3 extra crypto modules to understand crypto, but the one of those modules will be to teach you how to trade the crypto strategy. So you'll have one Forex strategy live every day running, and you can see on the screen, and the Da Vinci, so the Newton is going to be Forex, and the Da Vinci will be crypto. So you have one Forex, one crypto live strategy, and you have 3 strategies as well on top that you can learn and use for the rest of your life. And boy, do they make a lot of money. You know, as I said, the Asian has outperformed every hedge fund for the last 20 years. So you really do get a very live service from us. And of course, we have the most incredible feedback on our communication. Now, why is that? With a lot of companies, you have a problem or you have a question, you send an email in, and then you say to yourself, how long is it going to be before I get an answer? Not with our service. With NextGen Academy, you can ask us live on chat. There's a little chat box on the bottom of the TV. You click that and you ask us a question, and hey presto, guess what? We answer it live on the screen. But of course, in Forex, it can be a little bit difficult to explain. First of all, the person explaining the problem. And secondly, us then explaining what it is. But of course, what this does is it's a further form of education. Because that person may have a question. Other people have, it's just they never asked that question. So we show them live on the screen. We do it on the MetaTrader, and they say, I don't know how to do this on the MetaTrader. So we show them live on the screen. And we don't hardly ever get an email, because everybody gets their question answered like that. You ask a question, we show you live. And I think, Hader, that covers NextGen Academy. And of course, that is the great thing about it, African team here, is that is the service you're selling. What an incredible service to sell. It does what it says on the tin. It makes money. It teaches people how to trade Forex. Now then, let me tell you a couple of things. We have two big competitors, okay? And I'm sure you know their names, but the biggest competitor is the biggest internet marketing company in the world. And obviously they've been going for a long, long time, and they've changed their name. We've had people come from them to our company, and they've said, this was 6-9 months ago. Whenever Istanbul, I can't remember when the last Istanbul was, actually, Hader.
It was October 2020.
October 2020. We had people telling us then that they'd come from the top #1 in the world, and our education is 10 times better. Now, what we've also found now, we've had a little bit of feedback. Those two top companies have stopped doing Forex education. Now then, they say that they're now going to crypto because that is the latest innovation. They're changing to crypto. That's not the reason. They were a failure at Forex. We now have two of their top leaders in NextGen, and they were giving me all the dirt on the company on the weekend in Istanbul. And what they said is that people were joining, paying £200 a month for the service, and within 3 months they'd lost all their money and they were leaving. So that company had to change crypto to try to generate energy again, because they are losing members so fast. They're going down the plug, literally. So they've changed to crypto, not because of what they're saying, you know, we're launching crypto to try and generate more energy again. It's just that they were total failures at Forex, and I have no doubt that they will be total failures at crypto because they don't have the skills in the business to be able to do that. So it's nice to know that compared to the top marketing company in the world, we outshine them unbelievably. We're 10 times better than them. And that is from the people who left and have come to us. So you can see from those sort of comments, we have an incredible educational product for you to sell. There you go.
I finished?
Just about. So there you go, everybody. I don't think I can say any more than that, Hader, on everything.
Wow, fantastic. Thank you very much, Paul Chalmers, our Managing Director, Europrince. I will now unmute yourself if you have any questions. That was absolutely awesome.
Okay.
Thank you.
Okay, that was so enormous, our MD. Thank you so much for your transparency.
My pleasure.
Thank you so much for the accountability. I mean, thank you so much for the respect done on us. I mean, I've often told people, I mean, if you come to that place where you do not respect your investors, you are not ready for business. It doesn't matter if that investor is a $1 investor or is a $1 million investor. For him to trust you so much to invest his hard-earned money with you, it means that you too should pay him back by giving him the respect, by being accountable, you know, to him for what you do with his money.
Yes.
So, I mean, for a company to go to the extent of telling the leaders, this is how we make our money. This is how we make our money. And of course, the one thing that touched me is when you got to tell us that, man, Forex alone is not sustainable. I mean, I'm baffled at, you know, your level of transparency, sir. You know, some company will cover it up that we make so much, even the one we saw physically here in Nigeria, promising us 25%, 30% monthly, and they were constantly guaranteeing us, man, that we make so much. It wasn't up to 6 months and they are gone. And then instead of us to tell us the truth that this thing is a win-win thing, we do lose in Forex, we do make some money sometimes. They wouldn't tell you that. They tend to cover it up, you know, and off they are gone. Yeah, but for you to open up and tell us that Forex market is very volatile, which we know, okay? But you have put some modalities in place to ensure that if we are losing money,
we lose to this tune. But if we're making money, we make it high. And then these are other streams of income that can guarantee us paying forward, and even when we grow. Because one thing is to manage a certain set of investors, and another thing is to manage an expanded set of people. Because now the company is being launched out, and trust me, the growth in the next few months and years is going to be enormous. So what are the modalities that are put in place to manage the growth, to manage the money, to manage the funds that are going to be coming in? Because it could get to a point where you could be overwhelmed by the growth, be overwhelmed by the influx of the people, and then such things could cause the company to go crashing. Okay, for you to tell us what you have put in place to guarantee that once this company grows to this level, we can manage it. If it grows to this level, we can manage it and guarantee us the rewards on a daily basis.
I can just explain that very briefly to you. First of all, with everything that we do at the moment for the base that we have, it is all expandable. The thing is, within Forex, if we make a certain amount of money, okay, a certain percentage is at a certain risk. If the company increases, we can continue that because we don't have to make more money. And what I mean by that is we make the same percentage. If I've got 30 million and I'm trading and I make 1%, it doesn't matter if I got 60 million because I place the same trade, but it still only makes 1%. And the liquidity, that the siphon, the blockage on increasing the amount of money placed on the Forex doesn't mean I'm increasing the risk. I'm just placing more money on there because there is more money. Okay, so the percentage is exactly the same. But what I have got now is that when we increase, if we increase tenfold, with what I've got in place at the moment is still fine. Over tenfold, I've already now got the biggest liquidity provider to hedge funds who have billions, remember, billions in Forex. They are ready to come on board. And they're called Charter Prime. I'll even tell you the name of the company. They're called Charter Prime. So they will provide additional liquidity coming in. Options. I'm only scratching the surface on options. I could go 1,000-fold on options and I'd still be no problem at all because there's that much liquidity in the market on options. With crypto, crypto will increase naturally. I've looked at all the graphs for crypto and the amount of money being generated and the amount of market size that crypto will be over the next 10 years. I've done it all for 10 years. And we're only, with what we're doing at the moment, we're only touching about 5% of what is available. So already I have another 20 times, the company's going to have to grow 20 times the size before it's up to the maximum that I can do now. But if I look at it over the next 10 years, that continues up as well. So this company can be $1 billion company. And I have got the things in place that will pop in at different times to be able to make sure that that continues without failure.
Wow.
Okay.
Amazing. Amazing.
So it's already, I've already got those people ready to go.
Wow. All
right, gentlemen, I'm going to have to finish. Just like every husband, he has a wife that's shouting, I've got food on the table. I'm a human being at the end of the day, not some robot, I promise you. So I'm going to disappear now. I hope that was of benefit to you. I'm sure when you hear Rian tomorrow, you'll get a different way of him explaining things to you because I'll do it in a different way to him. But I think it'll be a great benefit for you. And I hope that it's been useful for you.
You're exceptional.
Oh, thank you very much.
You're exceptional.
Okay, well, thank you, everybody. And, Haida, me and Rehan, whatever.
Yeah, thank you. Guys, I am still on the call.